What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Cine Studios, man. We back with another video, man. Today we're finna be reacting to top 10 worst things about prison. I don't know what that was. Anyway, man, I'm finna get right into it, man. Y'all ain't seen my last reaction. Make sure y'all go check that out, man. The video was up. I dropped it yesterday. You know, I'm gonna drop videos every day regardless. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I wanna do every day. So, you know, I'm not finna waste no more time. I'm just finna get right into it. I'm turning this to, but before I get into the video, man, like, subscribe, turn on that bell, and let's get right into it, man.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and in this video, I'm going to tell you about 10 of the worst things about prison. Now, the crazy thing about this is only 10. There probably are at least like 1 million things that are horrible about prison and could be considered the worst things about that place. But in this video, we're only going to concentrate on 10 of those things, and maybe we'll make a series out of this. Also, to sort of help me explain some of these things that I will be talking about in this video, we're going to use some clips from some older After Prison Show videos, maybe videos that you haven't seen, and there will be links down in the descriptions to all of those videos as well. So without further ado, I hope this is something that you do enjoy, and why don't we go ahead and dive head first into this video. Now, this may come as a surprise to some of you, I'm sure it really won't, but I do have to say this first and foremost. Prison, it really does suck. In fact, I know it may be kind of shocking to think that, but it really is not a fun place at all. It's nowhere that you want to go. I can guarantee you this due to all of the time that I myself, unfortunately, have spent in a place just like that. Prison. And with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the first worst thing about prison, and that has to be the fact that there is absolutely no privacy. None whatsoever. In fact, if you are used to the type of life where you can just come and go as you please, do whatever you want, eat when you want, drink when you want, go to the bathroom when you want, sleep when you want, then prison most certainly is not for you. But again, privacy definitely makes this list because in prison, there is absolutely none of that. Imagine having to go to the bathroom sitting right next to a guy, literally inches away from that individual. Sometimes there won't even be a partition between you. It really is a nerve-wracking.
That shit has to be like the shit you see on TV is like everything that's in, like, that happens like in real life. All that shit you see on TV, like with the people, like, oh, excuse me, bro. Like, y'all ever see
abandoned racetrack shit.
Y'all ever see like Beyond Scared Straight? I used to watch that, and they actually showed like the toilet right by the bed. Like, you really have to watch the man use the bathroom right there in front of you. Like, that shit is just hell no.
Experience. In fact, the lack of privacy just in the bathroom alone at prison is such a major deal to some individuals who are there that when they first experience this, they aren't able to go to the bathroom sometimes for like 2 weeks. Can you imagine not being able to use the restroom for 2 weeks? I can imagine that when you finally are able to, it probably is going to be something similar to pushing a baby out. That is disgusting. And the lack of privacy stems far beyond just the bathrooms in prison. Cell blocks, cells, housing units, there really is no privacy in any of those either while locked up. So let's just say, for example, you've received some bad news, whether it's on the phone, in a letter, maybe your girlfriend left you, maybe she went and found Jody. Dave, if you could tell the people who are watching this video exactly who Jody is.
Jody is whoever is the guy who takes your girl from you while you're in jail.
And because of that, let's just say hypothetically that you want to shed some tears, that you really want to cry about this. Well, if it was something that actually was bringing tears to your eyes and you were crying behind maybe the death of a family member, you're not going to have any privacy being locked up to be able to express those emotions. And FYI, just to throw this in there were a few times that I actually cried while I was locked up myself. I'm not too much of a Macho Man Randy Savage to admit that. Friends passing away or family members that I'm hearing about well after the fact that they've passed away. This was enough to bring me to tears myself. Any of the many girls
We talk about cash back.
I know I'm digging some money real quick.
Girlfriends who left me while I was locked up. Yeah, Joe definitely shed some tears behind that as well. I thought she loved me.
This man, dog.
I did my fair share of crying while in prison. And again, having no privacy to be able to do that, it really does suck. The next worst thing to make this list is definitely and most certainly the correctional officers, aka the COs or prison guards. The bullied and beaten up as a child prison guard. These prison guards are actually some of the worst prison guards you can ever run across. And the reason that prison guards and COs make this list is because of the fact that not all prison guards are assholes, but you can rest assured that all assholes, they're prison guards. You are going to run across so many power-tripping, egomaniac, crazy, psychopath, deranged individuals wearing some sort of a correctional badge and uniform with a radio, baton, keys, cuffs, and also their infamous pepper spray and mace, just waiting for the opportunity to get a chance to use that on you. What was that you said to me, boy? Hands up. Don't shoot. These type of prison guards will make your time the most miserable and almost unbearable experience that you will ever go through in your life. And at times, it will take everything in you, all of the power and strength that you possess inside of yourself to not lash out, snap, go off, fight, attack these type of people, which ultimately, if you did any of those things, will only make your situation 10 times worse, because you will receive additional time, lose good time, spend months, if not years, in solitary confinement. So again, asshole prison guards most certainly make this list of the worst things about being locked up. Number 3 making this list most certainly has to be the violence. And with that, the amount of it that you will see and also most certainly probably experience throughout any time that you were forced to spend inside of a prison. In fact, I myself have experienced probably far too often violence being bestowed upon me where somebody beat the living shit out of me. It really brings to mind that story that I just told recently about that guy named Tyson. I grabbed the door, and as soon as I pulled that door closed, and as soon as I heard that latch click, I turned around and
this man.
And the crazy thing about it is that is only one of many times that I experienced violence for myself, and doesn't even compare to the amount of times that I actually witnessed like the worst violent encounters that I could ever imagine in my life. And some of these things I probably will never be able to forget. When you are in a situation that is extremely violent, you just have to think about what kind of effect that's going to have on your mental state.
Right.
Because I have to assure you that when I came home from prison and as I was getting ready to be released from prison, I was certainly dealing with some mental issues. And I'm not saying that these were completely because of the violence, but I can say with certainty that the violence definitely played into the fact that I was dealing with PTSD, anxiety, just problems. And to be honest with you, having been released from prison like a year and a half ago, I still deal with these issues from time to time that I'm quite sure stem from, in some regard, to all of the violence that I not only saw but also experienced for myself. Number 4 making this list of worst things about prisons is the food. If you had any illusions about the things that they feed prisoners being somewhat good, nutritional, even not expired, well then I have to assure you that's a pretty delusional way of thinking. In fact, while locked up, you will eat the worst food that you have ever experienced in your life. Things such as mystery meat, sweat meat, meat rock, shit on a shingle, Creole Mac, Virginia DOC sausage that is actually processed and manufactured by the Department of Correction. In fact, a good majority of all of the food that you will eat is actually processed and created some kind of a way. It's created by the Department of Corrections. And again, this will be the absolute worst food that you ever experience in your life. There will be times when you will have absolutely zero as far as commissary items are concerned inside of your locker. And you will still not want to go to the chow hall because what they may be serving over there is probably worse than just going without. In fact, there were times when I personally didn't have anything in my locker to eat whatsoever except for probably some toothpaste.
I would get so hungry, and I am not proud of this is actually quite embarrassing, that I would actually eat little drops of toothpaste just to kill the hunger pain.
Ew.
And then drink as much water as I could possibly stomach in an effort to try to fill my stomach up.
And I would still refuse to go over to the chow hall because I knew what was on the menu for that day was absolutely disgusting. And all of this is not even to mention the fact that if you go to solitary confinement, how they feed you what is referred to there as loaf, where this is breakfast, lunch, and dinner all mixed into one, mashed up in a bowl.
Ew. That don't even look half bad, but like when he was moving it around, that shit look just disgusting. Hold on, y'all. Real quick. It's not my phone. It's just I gotta make sure that shit charging. Alright, we good. Alright. I'll get right back to the video.
Baked as some sort of a loaf, and you're fed that one time a day, back there in the hole. I'm telling you, each one of these things on this list should be reason enough in itself for you to never want to experience being locked up and going to prison. Number 5, the loneliness and depression of just being in prison. Imagine being locked down in a cell sometimes up to 23 hours a day, or locked inside of a building where the only windows you can look out of are little slits in the wall that look.
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license? Whereas in Florida, no open carrying is allowed, except in unique situations like in...
Look out onto a rec yard where there's nothing but fences, barbed wire, and guard towers off in the distance. And to just think to yourself that you were absolutely trapped inside of this place for however much long that you must spend there. Sometimes because of this, guys will experience claustrophobia, and sometimes that claustrophobia will be so bad that they will absolutely go insane. I have literally seen
lose
guys
it.
go insane because of the fact that they feel like they're trapped and they're locked up inside of a prison. But while locked up, there is a good chance that you will experience feelings of loneliness and also depression. And these are two of the worst things that you could ever experience and let set in while you are in prison serving any amount of time at all. I've experienced both of these things for myself, and I have to assure you, it is not a pleasant experience at all when the loneliness and depression starts to set in and you begin to question whether or not life is even worth living anymore. In fact, I dealt with suicidal thoughts myself, and I've seen others who have actually succumbed to those thoughts and actually end their lives in prison. It is a very, very tragic thing. Making the list at number 6 is definitely the weirdos that you will meet in prison. Because just like we talked about with the prison guards, not all prisoners are weirdos, but all weirdos are prisoners. I'm really not too sure the actual factual information behind that statement right there, but it's just something I thought sounded pretty clever. But aside from that, some of the individuals that you will meet in prison are going to be the weirdest people that you have ever met in your life. For example, a guy talking into a towel and doing push-ups, but ball naked inside of a shower.
Ooh.
And he wasn't washing at all. He was not in the shower doing what you're supposed to do in the shower, washing your body and getting the hell out of there. He was in the shower, and he was on the ground, butt-ass naked, on the ground, doing push-ups.
Oh,
or others who have fetishes for sniffing women's panties.
And the strangest damn thing happens. Johnny leans over and he says to me, I wonder if she got some really cute Mickey Mouse panties while down there in Disneyland. What?
And even one that I really haven't got a chance to talk about too much here just yet, and that would be a guy by the name of Cherry, who I think touched my butt.
Y'all at nighttime, right?
Yeah, I touched that motherfucker on his ass. He ain't do shit.
Let me
And he's just talking to himself. So I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm like, man, is this motherfucker talking about me?
I probably really should do a video on this guy Cherry and really explain this whole situation. Next up on this list is strip searches. In fact, while in prison, you will experience so many strip searches, and I can definitely tell you this from experience, they never become easy to do at all. In fact, getting naked in front of a bunch of guys where you were forced to bend over, spread your cheeks, and cough.
Yeah, yeah, I know they do that when you first get booked. Like I heard they do that. Like when they like after like they run your prints, they you get in like put like in that little room, and then they strip you like naked, and then like you have to cough like 3 times or something, right? I think so. Yeah, you have to cough 3 times, I think, and then they yeah, and then whatever else happens from there.
Doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of what going through something like this is like. In fact, it's more humiliating than anything, and again, this is something that you will experience so much while being in prison. Whether it's being transferred from one prison to another, whether it's just going through the intake process, whether it's coming from visitation, or maybe you have some sort of an outside job, or whenever they do a shakedown, and they do shakedowns sometimes like 2, maybe even 4 times a year. And in every one of these instances that I've just mentioned, you will experience a strip search where a guard is going to put these rubber gloves on, and you will not be certain whether or not he's going to stick his finger up your butt. It is a very uncomfortable situation. Number 8 on this list, the shower. There is nothing worse than being in what seems like a shower warehouse full of nothing but shower heads and naked grown men. I have to assure you, this absolutely is one of the worst things about being in prison.
Worst things, boy.
Almost cheek to cheek with another prisoner while trying to wash your ass is not a pleasant experience at all. And do not even get me started on the whole dropping the soap thing, because though that is more
I know, dropping the soap thing, bro. Everybody know that dropping the soap thing. Like, you don't even have to say shit. Like, you already know. Like, motherfuckers always got a joke about dropping the soap. But if you really do drop the soap for real, then that's... I ain't gotta say much, bro. I don't want to keep talking about this, but it's just like... What he's saying is... Like, everything he's saying is true. I ain't never been to prison. And I ain't going to prison, but... But, like what he's saying, all this stuff is facts. Is big facts.
It's more of a prison myth than anything that if you drop the soap, you're gonna get raped. But if you do drop that slippery bar of soap,
that's it.
You might as well just let it go. Because you do not want to go crawling around on a nasty shower floor trying to squat down, spreading those little Juni cakes to try and salvage
Nigga said Juni cakes.
Don't have another bar of soap. That bar of soap that you have just dropped, it's gone.
Yeah, you better not get that shit.
Buy a bar of soap from somebody else than trying to go rescue and salvage that bar that you dropped inside of a prison shower full of nothing but swinging baby arms. Yeah, it's almost like trying to navigate through the jungle. What is this? The Jungle Book? It's gone. But even
bro, I swear to God, bro. Like, nah, like no funny shit, bro. Don't. Like, if you in jail, you find yourself in jail, drop the soap, leave that shit. Don't even touch that shit. Don't even look at this damn soap. Just walk the other way. Go get a different soap or whatever. Find a way to get some soap, bro. You just...
Like, how do people make the career so freaking fast?
The soap in a shower, a prison shower, is just another miserable experience because, again, there is no privacy in a prison shower. You may slip up and accidentally see a penis, which you really do not want to do because when you walk into a prison shower, all eyes, they're up here. We are having no conversations down here. None of that whatsoever. All eyes directly straight ahead. Prison showers most certainly one of the worst things about being locked up. Number 9, the gangs. In fact, not just the gangs, the immense amount of gangs and gang activity that there are while being in prison. In fact, a large majority of everyone that you meet, I'm thinking maybe somewhere between 70, 80, 90, even more percent of people who are locked up in prisons are in some way or another.
Yeah, like if you locked up, the most thing like you gonna mostly see gangs like all the time in fucking prisons. Like you gonna see that shit all the time. Like you're not gonna the hell. Yeah, like you're not gonna skip past gangs in prison. Like you jail, prison, like it don't matter. Like you gonna find gangs everywhere, bro. You gonna have to deal with it.
Associated or actual members of a gang. In fact, in some prisons, you cannot even not be in or with a gang. And meaning that if you're not in that gang, then that means that you are paying that gang for protection. And with so much gang activity that takes place inside of prisons, you can imagine that only adds to what we talked about earlier in this video, the violence. Because not only will you see gang fights, attacks, and even wars while locked up, you may actually experience one for yourself if you have a problem with an individual who is a gang member that could actually result in the entire damn gang wanting to do harm to you. In fact, while being in prison and not being a gang member, it is a very thin course that you have to navigate. It's almost like walking on eggshells to assure that you don't disrespect or even step on the turf of any of the gangs that are there. And finally, number 10, making this list of the worst things about prison. In my own personal opinion, it has to be the fact that there are no women, or at least that there is a very lacking presence of women, actually women who look good. And the crazy thing about that is there are actually women at prisons, whether it's some sort of staff, correctional officer, counselors, whatever it may be. Some prisons actually have a lot more female presence than others. But being in an environment where there really is just a very sparse appearance of females there, you could actually start to view women who you would never even think were attractive, like ogre-looking Shrek-type COs, as, damn, that CO girl right there, she is hot. You're kidding me, right? You're not talking about Shrek back here, are you? I am, and I think I love her. Again, you could start to view some of these not so attractive women as some of the hottest women that you've ever seen in your life. And even worse than that, there are guys at prison who think that they're women, and you may start to view them as actual women too. Oh my God, you see Peaches over there? Damn, girl. I'm kidding. Please God, know that I'm kidding when I say this. But this is the truth, though. The fact that there aren't that many women in prisons can really have an effect on your mentality as well. And not just the fact that you may start viewing chicks who may not be that hot as being hot, or even viewing guys who think they're chicks as chicks and thinking, well, they may be hot as well. But also being not around females for so long, like I was for 7 years, it has really affected me in my ability to speak to women out here in the free world and have conversations with them, or even anything more than that. I truly believe the fact that I was not around women for so long has affected my ability to actually talk and be able to pull chick. Yeah, it has affected that in a major negative way. And again, it has been a year and a half since I've been home from prison, and Joe is still striking out left and right when it comes to the ladies. Damn you, prison. What did you do to me? I'm broken. Hey, look, that was only 10 of the worst things about prison. And again, there are many, many millions even more. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. Maybe we'll do another video just like this in the future. It could be a series. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never go to prison to experience the worst things about them.
Man, after hearing all 10 of this, bro, I'm not going to that shit. I mean, like, there's some things on here, like, I already know not to do and shit, what to do and what not to do and shit. He already told us. He said everything for a good 19 minutes. He said the all 10 worst things about prison already, so I don't gotta say nothing, bro.
That place. And make the most of every day. Peace!
Yo, hey, y'all heard it from him. Hey, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enjoy life. I'm not going to prison, you feel me? That ain't the place for nobody, man. Look. Man, I hope this was helpful. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I'm finna have another reaction up tomorrow, man. Did I say everything? Yeah, and I said everything. And make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, turn on that bell. And I'm out, man. Peace.